Alright, hi and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you, I'm going to explain to you UV unwrapping, and then so you can start adding textures. So UV unwrapping is simply taking a 3D object and breaking it apart. Think of it as this cube, right? It has all these faces. So let's show you real quick. Press Control, just A. Make sure that's visible there for you. Okay, and let's go to UV editing. So right now, if we just press A, we'll see this, right? And that's kind of what we want, but we actually had to unwrap it. So press U, and we're gonna go with just a simple thing, UV unwrap. That's fine, scaled, yeah. All right, unwrap, and it gives us every face here, which isn't bad, but again, it's not great to work with. The other part was fine. Now let's press A still, and we're going to U, and we have these other new options. I guess in 5.1 it has been a while since I've used it, and we always kind of want to go with minimum stretch, so it helps reduce stretching or distortion. All right, and that's pretty much the same thing. Now, one cool thing is, let's say we add some seams, and this just tells it where we want things to be cut or broken apart. So right here, press right click, make sure you're in edge mode. All right, mark seam, then press A, then U, then minimal stretch, and we kind of get something like that. Now so this little square right here is this one, and then everything else is just this. Now this doesn't look great, so maybe let's do a smart UV object. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. Okay, another cool thing is, let's say you have the simple object like a cube, but then you add some subdivisions and it gets a little more complicated. Well, if you do things correctly, by which I mean decide on where things need to be cut, you can do something like this. Okay, so Control 2. All right. Make sure you apply your modifier. We already have seams there, so that's good. All right. So now we have something like this. Now press A, U, and we are going to do Smart UV Unwrap, and it doesn't look great. So instead, let's choose something over here, and this looks better. So the seams help us cut out a section we want. And again, this is great for like clothes or different parts of the body, but it's not looking great. So now let's clear the seams here and cut it in half. So like, think of it like a volleyball or a baseball. And then shift control close. All right, there we are. Mark seam, A, U, and then minimal stretch. And this is great because now we have two halves of a sphere with pretty good detail. And this is kind of what we want. Now from here, we still need to do some more magic to it. We'll go over here to the UV editing, and we'll be like image new. We'll just testing. That's so we can add our texture, but we need to readjust this. Okay, so A, U, and we're going to do pack islands. It'll just make sure that everything gets distributed within that image a lot better. So, and we're also going to do margin increase it, and this is just so that in case we have something really complex, our UV from a complex model doesn't overlap, and you'll see right here. Okay, so like right here, there's not too much overlap, but if it's too close, it can when you're drawing or painting, it can kind of bleed into one another, and it just kind of messes things up sometimes. So this is pretty good, right? So let's save that image, save. All right, now we can go to our texture painting, but before we do that, there is something else we need to do. Let's see. There it is. Okay, we just needed to add our image here. but I think I'm forgetting something. All right, we will go to shading. Okay, so for it to actually appear on our screen or to render, we need to add in shade the shader node. Let's go image texture right here. Okay, plug it into your base color. See, now it's showing up. Then we're gonna do testing. Great. Now let's go back to, where is it? Texture painting. Let's pick a color. Any color that's not black. Right here. Okay, nice. And now it's adjusting right there. And so once we're done painting our model, actually let's do yeah, okay, so that's great. And then over here we can add some details if we want. Googly eyes, all right. That's pretty cool. All right, so this is what we want, and then we're gonna do image, save. All right, and then go back to layout. You're not gonna see your image texture until you go over here, and then we're gonna do rendering, and it works like that. But yeah, think of UV unwrapping as just taking your 3D model, with whatever complexity, and breaking it apart into a 2D image that then we can paint over and add to our model. And one way to help prevent like stretching is to do things like seams. So you tell the program, hey, like this is where we want to cut it. We can do package isolants in the UV editor, making sure that everything is proportionally stretched, so there's little to no stretch, and also to avoid overlaps as well. But yeah, this is how you get yourself some the textures for your model. All right, hopefully that wasn't too confusing, and until the next time.